Hi Gemini, thank you for joining me here. This is gonna be your another reading. This is the new series I have introduced. I'm gonna name it Inner Compass. I haven't done that. Maybe from next month. And so the my intention for this reading is that getting to it's almost like kind of unraveling your soul journey. Um, kind of focused on your inner energy, and I'm for this reading series I'm gonna be using like one type of tarot deck. For this reading I'm using good tarot. As you can see, it's kind of big and thick, so I only take jumpers, so it takes for a lot of time for me to really get the cards. So that's why I did the shuffling. I got these jumpers and put it out there so that I can save some time on camera. Okay. And all right, so that's my intention. But if card says otherwise and I'm getting other energy, I'm just gonna go with the flow. Okay. My intention, though, to get deep into your soul journey, something very inner and intimate to you. Okay, let's see what we have. We have Queen of Water. I love this card. Queen of Water, Hanged Man, Call. Call means judgment for regular tarot, and water is cups and justice. Oh wow, lot of major arcana. Hangman, Call, Justice, Temptation, which is devil for regular tarot, another major arcana. And then we got Ace of Earth. Lot of strong cards, Gemini. Lot of strong cards. We got four major arcana and two very strong cards. Ace of Earth, which is Ace of Pentacles, and Queen of Water, which is Queen of Cups. Okay, let's get into this. So what I feel from here, that this is the aftermath of a either breakup or separation. Yeah. And you are okay. I feel that this is you, this is your energy, and your focus is not their energy, but your something happened between. I don't know. I'm again getting. I just did Virgo, and now you. I don't know. For both of you, I'm getting kind of energy which is intertwined with another person. So it's not gonna be only focused on you. Okay. So I feel like that you were in a connection with someone that was very meaningful to you, and you felt that you really felt that you are in love, and you saw a certain kind of future with them. But whatever reason, they pull themselves away, like pull themselves out from this relationship and from this connection, and they became very detached and almost like in their own zone or something like that, that it did not go well between you two. But that's not the focus here. Your focus is, and you see that they are doing fine. It feels like they're unbothered by this breaking of this connection. And I feel like it happened a quite like a little while ago. It's not that you just going through the separation now, but you could be. But I feel like it happened maybe few months ago, or maybe an year ago, or something like that. So that is the past energy that I'm getting with the Hangman. The thing is, you can see, maybe you can feel energetically, maybe in if they are in their facility, like their whereabouts, not the everything, but how they're doing in life in general. And it feels like that they are pretty content with this detachment. It felt like that it did not touch them the way it touched you. It really shook your world. It did. It really shook your world. you are like, you are in deep contemplation, and you have been getting in touch with your emotion, trying to understand the ins and out of this occurrence, and what it was it that your connection with them, it all of a sudden, their detachment and their pulling away created a whole spectrum of contemplation for you and reflection for you. And with the Queen of Water, I feel like you are really getting in touch with your soul, in touch with your emotion. Maybe you started understanding, maybe you started reading more, maybe you started watching tarot or something to understand the spectrum of human relationship, so that you can understand what really happened. It feels like you kind of left unexplained by this person, and it was like no question asked and no answer was given. Kind of that kind of scenario. And you have to do all this work by yourself, which is good for your own growth, but it felt initially you are heartbroken. That's why you went in so deep to get in touch with your emotion, get in touch with your feelings, so that you can understand not only the situation but understand yourself better, where you are in your life, in when it comes to love, and how you love people, and what relationship means to you, what love means to you. It's like a whole sets of question, and that you are kind of delving deep into. And I really feel that this process has been going on for a few months. And it's very nice to see the judgment next to it. I feel like the more you contemplate, get in touch with, like you are just expanding your horizon of understanding when it comes to understand human relationship and understanding. And through that human understanding and human relationship, you are understanding yourself. You are getting much more in tune and emotionally matured by doing through this process. Maybe when you fell in love with this person or whatever that connection, you are very very new to relationship. Maybe you really thought this is something that you are gonna it's gonna stay. You almost like painted the whole future ahead of you with this person and with this relationship. Now through this process, you are getting much more clear and in-depth idea of relationship and how it and where you stand in this scenario. And as you go through this inner work, as you're doing this inner work and get in touch with your emotion and feelings, you can feel that you are becoming a new kind of you is emerging. But it was not that deliberate. It's not that you are waking up in the morning and say, I'm gonna be new. That's a very I mean, that's not how it works, right? But you feel that this new you is becoming the the new you is happening very spontaneously and organically as you are going through this process of understanding and getting in touch with your emotion very deeply, understanding the depth and nuance of human emotion, and why certain things make us feel certain ways. Sometimes we don't even get the word, we just feel like crying and we just don't know why. Most of the time when emotion is unattended, unacknowledged, it feels like rupture, very rupturous. It comes out of nowhere without any explanation. But the more you are getting in touch with your emotion and feelings, you can see things much more clearly, and this whole process is bringing a new you out of you, and it feels very good. You feel like you are not as heartbroken as you used to be, because now you can see that what is that you actually wanted, what is that it actually went on. There is some sense of clarity and understanding into this situation. And it's not that nobody else is bringing that clarity. It's not that that person is coming back to you and explaining all this thing. I feel like you are on your own and you are doing this job pretty damn good. And with the call, I really feel that you are feel very vitalized. It doesn't have to be very vivacious way that you feel vitalized, but you feel that you are gaining back that energy to start new, to do something which brings some kind of vitality to your life. You feel that energy is coming back to you, but you are not stopping this inner work. You are really, I love this Queen of Water. It's such a meditative, very meditative state you are in. Now, where you are right now, not many things can actually shake you up. You are very grounded when it comes to your emotion. You are very aligned, and that is why it's creating a new sense of being within you. Okay, there's a lot of download that I got. So, and then we got Justice, and I just noticed that Justice and Hangman is like 11, 12 is like in a chronological order. And I really feel that more you are getting this, more you are getting in touch with your new you, more you are not feeling like you have been betrayed or you are less or something, that somebody just pull you out from you without feeling any kind of, without being affected by it. That hurts. That feels that we are all very disposable, but we are not. Maybe you, that way you felt in the beginning when this thing happened. But I feel like more you are getting this clarity, more you are gaining kind of attune with your power and self, you feel like you are doing justice. You are not letting those kind of reductive thought, like induced by others, to affect you. And you also realize that whatever happened in this connection with them, it was not just for you. Maybe they just took this relationship for granted. Like, no, I'm not feeling like explaining, so I'm not gonna be. It's not about explaining. It's like you wanted a compassion from them, so that like they just left you unanswered, unnurtured. That's what I feel. And you did not blame them in the beginning, because beginning you are just felt heartbroken. But now it's not that you are blaming them, but you are seeing what what kind of role they have to play in this whole shenanigans. And by doing that, you are giving justice to yourself. You are not putting yourself into kind of negative light because somebody did not see you in a certain way which you felt initially. And you are actually, it's very nice, you are kind of getting your confidence back, getting, you are really seeing what you are as a person, and what you have to offer in the world, to the world, what kind of beauty you brings. There's like a lot of self-love and healing that I'm getting from this justice, and it's related to, and you can see the thing. Like, before you thought that maybe you did something, maybe you had something in you which is lacking, that's why you pushed them away, something, you took everything on yourself. But now you see that it's not that. They had a huge role to play in that, and they did not take the responsibility of this. And somehow, I don't know whether they, somehow you felt that you are the one who is causing this separation, because you really felt something with that. You kind of painted a picture with them. But anyway, this is not about that. It's about you coming back to your, you are actually, this is actually much better. I don't think that without this you had gone through this deep contemplation of yourself, and where you are, where you want to be in terms of emotion, how you view love, how you view relationship. There's like a lot of life learning has happened for you and still happening, and it's giving you a new sense of being. You feel almost like a different person, and it gives you a lot of confidence and self-confidence, self-love and healing, which is much. And you also realize that with the temptation, you also realize, what you thought pure love and true love and all that, it was actually maybe something that you are newly embarked upon, that relationship. That too, that's why you felt that it is everything. It was more of a desire based in relationship that it was, and you are coming to an understanding that you are feeling that maybe there is something that you wanted to do, is something new to you with this person that you might not have done before. And it felt very alluring, it felt very meaningful at the time, because it gave you some kind of purpose with this newness that you wanted to bring in your life. And there was lot of, maybe there was lot of, pampering, lot of sweet talk and all that thing. And maybe, like I said, like that was something new to you, and you felt the wave. And now you are realizing that what it was. I'm not reducing the connection, please don't take that in that way. Every connection has its meanings, but when you reflect later on this, you realize what it was, for it was. Sometimes when you are in the moment, we feel like this is it, and sometimes we gloss over many things, and that's nothing bad, because every what is real anyway. Whatever you feel a lot of things, but now in reflection you feel that those were mostly based on desire, true desire, like on almost like a primal desire, excitement, rather than something very deep and nurturing love. And that's giving you a lot of comfort, to knowing and understanding the truth of the connection. It's not a bad truth, it's just that you are seeing truth for what it was. And more you are getting clear about yourself, you are seeing this. Before, you're not seeing this ace of earth. I love this. It's like something that, very attuned with yourself, that you can do, you can establish, you can build with your own talent. Maybe you have some kind of creative talent, but this thing kind of diverted you from your creative talent. But it was good, because otherwise this experience, you did not have so much of depth, of emotional depth that you have right now. If you just go kind of, if you did not. But I feel like I'm connecting with a Gemini who really did take that time to really process this whole thing. The more, and now you see that there is something big waiting for you, which gonna be nurturing to your own talent, and it's asking you to follow. It's really asking you to follow, and it's gonna really give you a sense of purpose. And I feel like it has something to do with what you bring to the world, like your work, your passion, your purpose. And before it, you could not really focus on that, because you needed this journey to happen, you needed this growth to happen. But now you see it, because you have done a marvelous job on doing a self love and self improvement, on self understanding. And I feel like now, if you go for this ace of earth, whatever that means to you, it's like something that gives you that can kind of explore and uh, you know unleash your talent, which gonna be, now you are much more in tune with this. Before, if you jumped into this, it would have been like a little rushed or not really ready for this. But now you are, because you have not only the talent now, talent you always have, but now you know how to nurture that talent, now you know how to understand the depth of that talent. So now you are more prepared and ready to really venture onto this, and this is calling you, this is really calling you. I feel like there is a lot, it's like a whole journey. And I feel like it has been happening for at least few months to years, at least 1 or 2 years. Yeah, Gemini, I mean, I don't know what else to I can tell to you. This is what your situation, and if you are thinking that you are not ready for something to build for yourself, something that you can be proud of, something that will be more justified and just to your talent that you already hold inside, this is time. You have done your work. And like, the thing is, the work never ends. We are always evolving, but you are have already built some kind of solid foundation. So from now on, whatever happens, you will be able to take it with much more understanding than you used to before. And it's giving you a whole depth sense of, like, whole sense, like, new sense of depth when it comes to your emotion and comes to your feelings and how you maneuver in life. And that's why it's bringing this ace of earth, which is much more tangible, much more aligned with your purpose, much more aligned with yourself, because you are aligned with yourself much more than you used to be. So maybe, like, I'm not saying that you're holding grudge or anything towards this person at all. They gave you, every relationship, every experience we went through, because there is a scope of growth for us. It's all about learning, and you are kind of understanding this basic fundamental of human life, and it giving you some sense of serenity. I don't think you hold grudges or anything. Let them be who they are, and you are becoming who you are and who you can be. Alright, Gemini, I hope you get something out of it, and I will see you next time. Okay, take care. Bye.